Welcome back in, friends, to another AFK journey video. This is day 4 on the free-to-play journey. Today I wanted to talk about the store and what are the best units that we should be aiming for earlier on in the game, and the reason behind why I'm picking these champions. I'll go into detail and kind of explain why I'm picking these and not choosing other ones and stuff like that. First and foremost, let's start with the Dream Store. I believe most people will have enough currency to get a couple characters from here. What we are looking at is specific things that we want to clear. So in the Dream Realm, the rewards are probably going to be one of the best daily reset rewards that we get in the game, along with the actual AFK stages. On here, we get A rank characters. So I would say every day and a half, we should be able to get 1 to 2 of these. So it's something that we're getting very often, and then this refreshes every month. So we should be able to clear out a couple characters every month, or at least get down through a character every month and move on to the next one that we're trying to build. So what I'm looking at is the bosses and stuff in the Dream Realm, and obviously you can use some of these in other content as well, like going through the story and guild battles and stuff like that, or like the battle drills and stuff like that. So when looking at these characters in the Dream Store, my first thing was I looked at which characters are universal between all of the Dream Realm, or at least 3 of the 4 Dream Realm fights, and kind of came to this conclusion. We have Marley is going to be probably the #1 or #2, tied with Odie when it comes to like main carry DPSs for these realms for the A rank heroes. These two are very viable just because of the damage output and the utility that they give once you get them higher tiers. So the earlier on we get to work on these champions, the better results we'll have on a day-to-day basis on these Dream Realm fights, and allow us to get more currency, which is like the books and XP, the gold, more summon tokens, more summon tickets, and obviously trying our hardest to reach into the top to get some of those cool rewards like the back cape and everything like that. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the Dream Realm. Currently right now we have the Snow Stomper going on. If we look at the hot characters and everything, obviously we can see Odie right here and Marley as well. And these two are pretty universal between every single raid. Between every single Dream Realm fight. They're very valuable in all 4 situations until we get into the later games, obviously getting some of these higher tier champions and stuff like that. But these two are very universal when it comes to grabbing them from that shop. You won't go wrong. If you've already got a bunch of copies of them, another notable mention I would say in the Emporium for the Dream Store is going to be Corin. Is also a very valuable character to have as well. He just gives a lot of utility onto the team, and he does some decent damage output, especially once we get him into the higher tiers. He's someone that I feel like will just push very well and age nicely as an A rank hero into the late game kind of status of these Dream Realms. Once we're getting into like tier 3, tier 4 and stuff like that, we want to get them at least to like Mythic Plus to unlock their true abilities, if you say, or whatever it is. Some other characters that are pretty good to look at here is going to be Coco and I always forget her name, Antandra. These 2 right here are other notable mentions. They help a lot with clearing through story mode. They're very viable characters, and since we're going to be running Odie anyways, we will have like a wilder synergy, so that way we can, or Mauler synergy, I'm sorry, Mauler synergy, so that way we can get some good bonus stats right on top of it. So as for the Dream Store, I would say go for Marley or Odie first. Odie is honestly probably the best choice here. He is going to allow for a lot of utility late game as well, just for his damage output gets a little bit silly. If you go and take a look at his kit, it just gets better as he goes up, and it doesn't stop. Other characters may cap out a little bit earlier and then just get a little tweak of like a little bit of bonus damage or a little bit of utility, but he kind of gets everything, checks off all the boxes for that. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab both of our Odies right here from the Dream Store, and then we're going to move on to the Arena Store. In the Arena Store, this one we are on day 4 and we're at 11,829 tokens. I haven't bought anyone yet. But to be honest, I feel like there is a very clear answer to this. But I'm going to explain the diversity between my decision and where you can kind of pick and choose if you want to. My two choices from here is going to be Igor and obviously Cicia. Cicia is probably the best choice early on. Getting her to Mythic as fast as possible will allow you to push and push and push. Even stages that are much higher level than you, if you have your tank survive long enough for her to get her ult out, then it's pretty much GG, especially if you get her to Mythic or even Mythic Plus. So here I am going to grab another copy of Cicia and just be done with this. In the guild store, I think this one is pretty obvious, but we'll talk about it anyways. These are going to be the higher tier champions that we get once we unlock the... Actually, I completely forgot the name of it. The Stargaze Station. We'll be able to have the chance to pull for those guys. Oh, get out of here. We don't want this. So here we are definitely going to be going with Reiner as our first choice. We'll probably be going into him until we max him out. I might pick up one copy of each of the other ones on the way through, but I'm almost positive. Right now we're on day 4, so obviously we don't know what other characters and stuff are going to be released into the future, so we need to kind of wait and be patient with that. But right now Reiner is the clear choice to go with. Reiner is the clear choice to go with. He just adds so much utility as a support. He's a god tier support and continues to be so early game, mid game, and late game. So as for that, that's kind of my, rundown on what characters I would say go for. What we can do as well, depending, this is truly just depending on once we get to day 7. If we go ahead and look at our events and we go over here to the select epic hero chest, we have this one right here. I'll probably go over this completely on day 7. But just as of now, truly, I would say out of these 3, there's no bad choice if you're grabbing any of these. They all have different utility and reasons for your account. I wouldn't go for Brutus on this because he is in the arena store. And it just wouldn't make sense to waste that because he's right here. Igor's there as well. And Rowan is as well. So I kind of feel like you guys see where I'm leading with that. Those characters are going to be available, at least for right now. The store does refresh, and this might possibly change to completely different lineup of characters. I'm not too sure yet if it just refreshes these guys or it changes every single time. If it just refreshes, then great. We can go ahead and knock CC out as fast as possible. I would say most likely by the end of the month, we should be able to have her at Mythic if you just got unlucky and didn't pull any copies of her. But to finish this video off, obviously we have to do the summon to see what we get and see where we are at. We have 2 10 pulls right here, 33 more to go. If you've seen the other ones, we've been very unlucky. As we're going into this, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I've been harping on this. I'm trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the month. We made a huge stride in the past 2 days. We're up to like 860 something followers or subscribers right now. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank y'all so much for jumping in and hitting that subscribe button. I hope you guys are gaining a lot of value from these videos. As always, please, if y'all have any questions or anything like that that I have just missed over in a video, let me know in the comments. I'd love to make singular videos like I did before. People asked and I have I did fulfill those, what they were asking for. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Like always, we got unlucky on those summons. We're gonna go all the way to the pity again, but no worries. We're having a lot of fun with this game. I hope your summons go a million times better than what I've had the luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video.